stone. We got a prairie fire going on out here near Wall, South Dakota, where I now live. Thought I'd let you have a look. Biggest problem with fires like this out here is water. This one is spreading well to well, as you can see, kind of headed east, but it's also headed into the west. I happen to know that there's a residence out that direction. Went out to check and see if there was anything I could do, but there really isn't, because their biggest problem is they've got to find themselves some water. So they have to fill up in town like mad. There's probably 5 trucks, one at least from Ellsworth Air Force Base. And the smoke, when I first noticed this, was considerably blacker and going up higher than it is. So here we are watching a bit of a prairie fire. As you can see, that one off to the right, left rather, is kind of interesting. It's the darkest one of the batch. It actually looks like it's the real culprit now. The rest of the prairie fire looks like they probably have it under some level of control, but that black one is a little concerning right now. Again, prairie fire, just outside Wall, South Dakota. Like I say, I happen to notice there's a residence over there, and some trees, as you can maybe see. The big black one's really interesting. It was closer to the center. If you can see where all the smoke is going off to the left, or the right rather, you can see that it was coming up very big and black. It was very, very visible from outside town. Still is. The smoke is rising very high, as you can tell. And again, the problem with any kind of let's see, I'm going to see the chat. The problem with any kind of fire out here is water. It's not like they have a fire hydrant sitting out there, so they have to fill up in all the water in town and then drive out with it. There are probably 5 or 6 trucks out there right now. The local fire departments, I drove past, they're empty. I saw a fire truck from Ellsworth Air Force Base getting water. I went out there just myself because, it's a small town, we help out, so I checked and see if I could do anything about it. Of course, they've got enough people there, they don't need an idiot like me wandering around. So I'm just going to sit here and point it until it looks like it's under complete control. The part on the right was bigger. The fire was a big. It was a cloud resembling a tornado, but it wasn't. It just happened to be the way that the wind was blowing around. In this case, as I say, it's gotten better. I think they're largely getting it under control. You can kind of see what, on this one off to the center now, it does sort of look like a tornado thing, but that's because of the way the wind is blowing around it right now. And there are some trees over there, but I don't seem to think that they're affected. It looks like it's just a grass fire. And as I said, it's a lot better now than it was just 10 minutes ago when I ran out to see if there was anything I could help out with. The smoke is still going. We can smell smoke from where I'm at. This is the very edge of Wall, South Dakota. I mean the very edge of Wall, South Dakota. The rest of the city and town is this direction with all the trees, but this is the very western side or northern side of Wall, South Dakota, where I now live. As I said, it looks to me like they're probably getting it under some level of control because it was way, way, way worse before. If anybody happens to be watching and wants to say anything, I'm curious if my chat's working, so feel free to just pop in with an ack. Whoop, there was something I saw. Looks like they are getting under control. How's the property coming along? My property is coming on real well. I'm getting everything. I'm sorry, I can't see the damn chat unless I hold my finger down on the. Yeah, hey Dalton, how's it going? Yeah, they are getting it under a fair amount of control. As I say, it was way, way worse when I first started out. Just an absolute black cloud of plume of smoke. Getting it under control really well. as I say, there's got to be 5 or 6 fire department engines and stuff out there, and at least one of them came from Ellsworth Air Force Base because it had Ellsworth on the side. But yeah, it's getting under control. As I say, it was much worse. The only thing that's happening right now is it has moved. It was towards where I'm pointing at the center of the screen, and now the majority of it's moved over there. But it was really, really nasty, and it's not anymore. So, God, I wish I could frickin' see my chat. I'm just amazed that YouTube will allow me to, actually do any live streams. I was forbidden from doing so for quite a long time. All right, I just swear to God, this stupid thing. I can only see the chat if I hold down my finger in a certain freaking spot. Okay, there we go. Forgive me if I don't answer chat immediately. I've got to hold down my finger on the phone. It's just so lovely. Anyway, yeah, they do look like they're getting it largely under control. It's limited to this one spot now. And like I said, it was much bigger. It was visible from the far end of town. I noticed it because I was getting something to drink before I go out to the range. By the way, you know that shot that guy made, that guy made in the Olympics. That's not a tough shot. I'm going to go out to the range. I already did go out a couple of days ago and duplicated the shot he did, only with my Model 19 Model 6-hour P365 carry gun, and it was longer than 10 meters. I paced out 10 yards, which is longer, and got one shot 2 times in a row. So I'm fooling around with doing stuff like that because I'm like, yeah, that was cool what the guy did, but it's not exactly that hard, especially not for an air rifle at that distance. And I use my eyes as well, corrected to 20/20. But yeah, this is definitely under a lot more control. The biggest problem I think is the wind. The wind is kind of causing the thing to spiral around. But like I said, the biggest problem out here is getting water. There's no hydrants out there. So when I was headed out there, I saw 3 different fire trucks filling up at various hydrants on their way out of town. And as I say, we're a small town, so I did go out to check and see if there was anything useful that I might be able to do, which I kind of can't. Just stay the hell out of the way, which is what you'd expect. But I always check on stuff like that if something like that's going on, because fact is here, Betsy can go anywhere. I could take her through anything. By the way, I got new license plate frames. I got new license plates for South Dakota, and you'll notice my new license plate frames, of which I am rather, rather proud. So, but if I was going to hazard a guess right now, it looks like they are definitely getting the fire under control. I guess I'll sit and watch this one as it goes through on the left there. Hey, Dalton, are the planes frames legal in South Dakota? Yes, they are. The frames are legal. As the way that those are put together, as long as I've got the frames where they can see the numbers and where they can see the expiration date of the plates, yeah, it's perfectly fine. If Alex Kurtzman happens to see it and wants to come after me for defamation of some kind, bring it, buddy. Bring it. That would be so fun to go to court and prove that he's a talentless hack fraud. But yeah, I'm still smelling smoke out here, that's for sure. But as you can see, the thing's been moving to the south, to the left here, as we've been watching. Wish I'd brought my tripod for this, but. And just for the people who may someday watch this after the fact, this is Tales from SYL Ranch, and I am your host, Bill Stone. I'm really amazed that YouTube let me do this. What's the temperature there? It's actually nice. It's very nice for an August day. Typically on August, we'll see temperatures in 100 or so, which is what it was all the last 2 weeks. It was just absolutely miserable, and that's kind of normal. My father always said that someday he wanted to get a house somewhere nice and temperate, but keep his home in Lincoln, Nebraska, so that he could come back for 1 week in August and 1 week in January, so that he could remember what it was he'd left behind. Um, so it's real nice out. It's such that I almost wish I was in a position to run to my Lincoln, Nebraska, real quick, because the way this is working out, I'm setting up a brand new single wide trailer with all of the furniture being delivered and whatnot, and because there's zero point in me dragging this crappy, Walmart furniture back and forth. Oh God, that went and got bigger on us. That one there is definitely bigger. But I'm setting up an entire one and then going back to Lincoln, deciding what I actually need to bring with me, because I've got an entire storage shed full of crap that I've not touched in 5 years, which tells me it's probably a good time to get rid of it. Because why? If I haven't touched it in 5 years, I probably don't need it. But I do. It would be nice if I was right back there right now. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting on some stuff to be sent back. So, what I'm doing is just waiting around for till I know for sure that the heat's broken in August. Might be September before I get in there. All right, let's see if I can get my chat back. Damn it. So anyway, it is very nice here today. It's like almost it's getting up to like 72. It's the temperature at which I would ordinarily go ahead and take off the roof of my car because it's perfect timing for it. But then I got stopped. I may take it off on my way to the range, which is where I'm headed after this. There is a very cool range. Maybe I'll start a live stream from the range. But there's a very cool range, public range, that's down by the town dump. And as people may recall, next year will be the 60th anniversary of the year that Arlo Guthrie and one of his friends decided to go up and visit Alice at the restaurant. And I have a parallel story about that fortunately does not involve 27 8x10 color glossy pictures with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against me, but it's an interesting side story in any case. But I might a little later. I'm like I say, I was going to go straight to the range and shoot off some makeshift targets. I'll walk over and even show you the makeshift targets that I've got in Bessie right now. These are my targets. Just lay them out and blow them away. So maybe I'll start a live stream. I don't know. My point was to try to kind of show that while I won't want to take anything away from that guy in the Olympics who did not use optics to hit a target at 10 meters with an air gun. My intent is to kind of go out and show that while I don't want to take anything away from his accomplishment, that's not actually a really hard shot to make. And I can do it with 9mm in my carry gun, which, by the way, I'll show you my carry gun because it's South Dakota. We have legal concealed carry for both, it's constitutional carry for both residents and non-residents. And this would be my carry gun, a very short-barreled P365, 6-hour P365. And now we have helicopters coming over. I can hear a helicopter. No, it's an aircraft. Don't think you can see it. Definitely looks like they've got it under a lot more control because that one isn't sitting there spiraling up into the sky. So, nope, take it back. It is a helicopter. I don't know if you can see it or not. My guess is not. I can't see a damn thing because it's too light against this screen that I'm looking at. It's probably observational, probably from Ellsworth Air Force Base. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and drop it off here. Looks to me like they have it pretty much under control. So this is Tales from SYL Ranch, where everybody's entitled to my opinion. And have a good day. If I can figure out how to shut this off now. Well, cute. This is the first time I've been allowed to do any kind of. Okay, it's the first time I've been allowed to do any actual kind of. Where the hell is the off switch, for Christ's sake? Okay.